What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, oh man, oh man. What I tell you, man. I tell you, boy, boxing is a motherfucker, boy. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. So now we know why, Manny Pacquiao was not throwing more punches, was not really being too aggressive because, in fact, what he said about his shoulder, it was actually true. He actually had a torn rotator cuff. And I believe he just had surgery on today or yesterday, or I believe today. So now we understand why he wasn't looking like the Manny Pacquiao that we was accustomed to seeing. But here's my thing is, still the fight, was still, but if I was Manny Pacquiao and his team, if he knew he was having his shoulder problem, then he shouldn't have took the fight. But then again, think about this. I understand why. Because $80, $90 million or $100 million, how much money Manny Pacquiao would get, who the fuck would turn that down? Who the fuck would turn it down? Because if he would have tried to postpone the fight, who knows what would have happened? Maybe Floyd would have been like, nah, forget it. I don't even feel like fighting him. I'll fight somebody else now. Boom, boom, boom. You never know what would have happened. But that's this is why boxing is just so crazy to me, and it's been crazy to me for some years now, because they already didn't let the man get the inflammatory shot because of paperwork, that his team did not get in on time. And now also I just read Manny Pacquiao may be facing suspension because he didn't check that he had something wrong with him. Because I guess when you're doing paperwork, it's a box you're supposed to check, letting them know if you have an injury or not. Well, he didn't check that. And so Manny Pacquiao was wrong in this situation too, because, maybe he was just trying to do it to, be tough and, just do it for the fans still. But if you knew you was hurt and you knew you wasn't going to be at 100% and able to, fight at your best, I wouldn't have fought. I would have just see if I can postpone the fight, because this is not fake. It's not fake. Did he have a torn rotator cuff? It's not fake. And some shit you just can't fake. Now, could this just be another reason for them to possibly have a rematch? Probably so, because now a lot of fans can probably be like, okay, so this is why Pacquiao, probably didn't beat Mayweather. He probably wasn't at his best. Even though some people probably felt like Mayweather would have won because, all the hugging he fucking do. But, but either way, it would have been nice to see a person, at 100%, especially your shoulder. I'm not talking about your hands, because you still can punch and things like that. But your shoulder, you can't. If you got a torn rotator cuff, that shit is going to hurt. My cousin had one, and he could barely move his fucking arm. That's how bad it was hurting. So just imagine trying to punch or reach in and punch. Like that's some serious shit. But now Mayweather sent a text to Stephen A. Smith saying that he would give Manny Pacquiao a rematch. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Now, could this be because they know that they gypped the fans off with this fight, Floyd? Or could it be because Floyd would want to give Manny Pacquiao a chance at 100%? I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy to me. But if this rematch do happen, actually he said he'd give him a rematch 6 months from now or a year later. So do you think Floyd will actually wait past September to fight Manny Pacquiao? I think it says it's going to take 9 to 10 months to heal. So I don't know, man. This is just another way for them to generate more money for this fight if it happens again. But I tell you one fucking thing. It better not cost $100 damn to watch it. If it's going to be a performance like what the fuck we just saw. It better not be $100. It better be $50. They better do this for the fans. They really better do this for the fans. $50. Shit, $39.99. But would we want to see this fight again? Actually, me knowing that Manny Pacquiao wasn't at 100% and his shoulder was fucked up, I probably would want to see it again. Just to see how he would have came at Floyd at 100%. Even though like I said, past their prime, they shouldn't have been fighting each other. Or this should have been the third fight. They should have fought 5-6 years ago when they was younger and at their peak, not when they're about to be out of the damn game pretty soon. But yeah, man, I think this is very, very interesting. Like, I don't know what's going to happen now. Will he give him a rematch, or will Floyd just move on to the next opponent and just end his career? You know, but now people can understand why. Now people know why Pacquiao wasn't the Pacquiao that people was used to seeing. Some people were saying like, "Well, damn, it looked like these dudes just came in here to collect the check and that was it. They didn't want to put on a show for real." But now we understand why, because of the shoulder injury. Like, nobody, you can't fault that. I mean, the only thing you can't fault Pacquiao for, he went on to fight knowing he had a messed up shoulder. You know, I think he could have postponed it, and if Mayweather would have wanted to continue to do it, then boom. If not, oh well. But that's what he should have did. But I think he was just trying to collect that check, and man, just trying to go out there and put on for the fans. Or unless they knew, both camps, Pacquiao, Mayweather, they both knew. Mayweather knew the shoulder was fucked up. Like, all right, look, we're gonna do this fight, collect this money, then boom, it's gonna be a rematch. I don't know. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this situation. Do you want to see a rematch? Would you care? What you think about the whole Pac-Man situation? Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Check out the previous videos. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm out. Deuces.